she doesn't want to change me, and that's like the number one thing
Right.
in a relationship that I would recommend to
Yeah.
anybody. If you want to change somebody, it's probably not going to go well, and so maybe just like gently nudges me in the right direction at the right time, and that's important.
And then of course this season we see you in a relationship with Taylor. How are things going? And I know everybody is super excited to see you kind of settling down.
Yeah. Things are going well, and she's fantastic, and I just really, I kind of jokingly said, like, she refuses to give me a reason to not be in love with her. Honestly, like I can find a reason to like weasel my way out of like any, well, not weasel, but you know what I mean. Like I can usually find a reason to like, oh well, then there's that, and then sort of like the 3 month itch, I guess you would call it, and like day after day, month after month, she was just fantastic. So it just makes it really easy when you're like, wait a second, why would I ever not want this person in my life? That doesn't make any sense at all. And so it's definitely a departure from my norm, and I was definitely, I'm nervous about, domestic bliss. I don't know if even though my parents have been married for 45 years and both my brother and sister are married, for some reason, so I don't have like, a lot of examples of things not working, but for some reason I worry about that and wring my hands about that. But I guess she makes it just so easy that I just think that I know that I'm in the right situation, and it's just easy. She just makes it really easy because she's so kind and lovely, and she just makes everyone around her feel good, and that's just like a really good trait.
Have you discussed marriage? Is that something that you do? No. Okay.
No, and she doesn't want to her credit. I mean, I think she saw the trailer and there was like a talk of the marriage word, and her, and I didn't bring it up. I think Danny did, or someone like that. And she was like, Shep, why would you talk about that? I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't start it, but and I mean, part of the reason, I mean, she is younger than me. She's 26. And the clock isn't exactly ticking for her, which is, I don't know. It's very relaxed on that front. Like and with my therapy that you referenced earlier, which I'm happy to talk about, I think there was this one time where I was talking to my therapist and she was like, so how's your relationship going? I was like, it's good. I was like, but of course I get anxiety about like the future, and like, oh, what if it doesn't work out, and this, that. And she was like, Shep, do you think you're the only one that has that thought? She's like, literally everybody on earth like has anxiety. And she was like, you can't project to the future, be present and be in the now. And so that was really important to hear. I know it sounds simple and silly, but I was like, of course, everybody has anxiety about what's going to have a relationship, especially, and it can actually kill a relationship, which is the worst thing. And it has in the past with me. I'm like, I imagine some ridiculous scenario where, and it's just like, just be present. And so that's what I'm trying to do. And I'm doing a reasonable job at it at the moment. And yeah. And I tell her, I'm like, am I happy right now? Yes. Okay. Continue. You know what I mean?
That's the best place. That's the best way to go. Take it day by day. And I think that's so important.
I know, but it sounds so cliche. I'm kind of embarrassed by it. But
maybe cliche, but if it's working, then that's all that matters.
Yeah. Because you can talk yourself out of everything all the time sometimes. And it's just so counterproductive and stupid, really.
Yeah. No, totally.
Yeah.
I don't want to stress you out even more and have you think about the future, but do you see yourself being a dad one day? Is that something that fatherhood definitely something that you want?
Yeah, I've said, my thought is like, if I don't, I'm not sure I would ever get married if I didn't have a family. Like if that wasn't in the equation.
Right.
Because that's kind of the deal in my mind. So yes, I would love kids. So that's something that's in the back of my mind. But you know, Clooney waited till he was 50.
That's very true.
Warren Beatty.
Hey, whenever it's supposed to happen.
I'm not putting myself in that category, by the way. Like 2 of the biggest movie stars on the world. I am not that, but I observe how people. I mean, because it's not easy, you know. Like I am a crazy person, you know, and I am live a crazy life, and I've really enjoyed sharing it with her, and so I'm gonna wake up and be happy tomorrow and then move on.